Hi, I'm Adie and I'm sat with Matt and Paul, and you're in the last week of the classroom, aren't you, until Project Phase starts next week?
Yeah, it's the last week of lectures, well, half week of lectures, and then onto the interesting part.
Is that how you're feeling about it at the moment? You're excited about it? Or?
To be honest, I'm excited, but a little bit apprehensive as well, just because it's going to be the most intense part of the course. It's sort of like the big sort of thing that we've all been building towards for like the past 10 weeks, so it's kind of feels like make or break for these last 2 weeks almost.
I've never seen it be break, it's always make. It's amazing how much you can do after like 9 weeks of like intensive classroom, or 10 weeks of intensive classroom stuff. How about for you, Paul? Are you excited about it, or are you intimidated?
Yeah, can't wait to get started. I mean, we had to like rein ourselves in a little bit though, because we had like the break over Christmas, and then it was like, oh, it's Christmas, and we were all like, so I've got a week, we can get started. And then we completely forgot that Christmas had to happen in between.
So you decided your project that early, did you?
Yeah, we decided that early. Because we had like a meeting beforehand, just to figure out what we were going to do, and we all settled on an idea that we really liked. So then the ideas just started coming. We had to rein it in a little bit.
So what is your? I don't know anything about Project Phase this year, this cohort. So what is your project?
We're doing a Spotify dating app. So we're going to do. Already got the funny name of Muse.
Nice.
So we're going to do a dating app based on people's music preferences.
That's genius.
So it takes the awkward questions out of the first date, so you're basically doing all the legwork for them.
Exactly. It comes with a pre-built icebreaker, it's fantastic.
What are you working on?
We're using the GitHub API to basically build standardized tests for katas. So the idea is when you're actually on the course and you're going through the katas and stuff, there's various things that you find more difficult. This is basically going to be an automated system where it shows you how you're progressing and compares it against a database of tests. So it's sort of like what a lot of people have been doing already is writing their own spreadsheets and building their own sort of like databases to keep track of it. This is like an automated system to kind of help students with what's one of the hardest parts of the course.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, because you're the second person that's asked that question to that's doing something that we might end up seeing using next time.
So, because we were saying, we were speaking to the other group as well, and it was like laughing at the idea of just merge them together into one big super project and just go with that.
Are you going to take over the company?
No.
So, looking back now, you've been exposed to everything we're going to teach you. What's been your favourite bits? Did you come on with a predefined, like, oh, I can't wait to do front end or back end?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Like, I couldn't wait to do front end, and then it got to the case where we started doing back end. It was like, I love back end, like I love SQL, and then we did Mongo, and it's like, oh my god, I love Mongo. This is amazing, and it's been the way I describe it is like I felt like a kid, like every single week, and every week I've got at least 1 or 2 new toys to play with, and then they snatch it off you and then give you more toys to play with, and I thought there would have been things that I enjoyed more, but I feel as though we've learned that much and we've been given that much to play with that it's almost like Lego. Like, you've got the individual blocks and that's all well and good, but when you've got your giant Millennium Falcon at the end, that's even better, and that's what it feels like. We've just got one huge package that is awesome.
That's a great analogy. Beat that.
Don't know if I can, but yeah, I think it was a similar thing of like when we got towards like the end of like the back end block, and then we started moving over to Mongo. Everything I kind of had that moment where everything just kind of like fell into place, and then it was like I started doing things, and then like things that I'd like previously done in the course, and then just like came back to me. It was like, oh wait, I actually do understand it.
Yeah, I think that's something that I know was said a lot to me. And it's like, well, we build it, we layer it, and there was a long period of time where I was like, I didn't feel like that was happening, and then at a certain point we go, oh yeah, actually, I can see how this was led to this, and you see the chain of events that kind of led to you understanding it all. It
was kind of like you were just like climbing the mountain, like step by step, and as you were going through them all, it's like, right, I understand this bit on its own, and then you kind of just turned around and looked back and went, oh right, it all makes sense, and I can see like the path through it.
Yeah.
Because like I couldn't really see it as I was going through the individual things; they were all just like very self-contained, and then it all just kind of just went. And here's how everything fits together. And he was just like, oh, right, great.
It's like you get those moments as well, like I found like off the course, I get those sort of like eureka moments like a lot more frequently. Like my friends say to me, like I'll be mid-conversation with them and then I'll end up staring through them, and he's like, oh god, he's thinking about code again. And then I'll just kind of go, wait, I've got it. It was like, oh, I'm in a conversation with someone, sorry.
How many friends does this course cost you?
There's probably a few more to go, I think.
Yeah, I think I don't want to speak for you guys, but when I was on the course, like I got into that mindset of growth. Like you have that growth mindset, and I didn't want that to stop. I wanted to keep on learning new things, to keep on pushing myself, to keep on getting better. So even when you are job ready and you go into interviews and that kind of stuff, I'm sure there's gonna be stuff that you're like, okay, I want to learn a bit more about this. I want to learn a bit more about this.
One of the reasons I got into code is because I wanted to go into a profession where I'm constantly going to be pushed. I'm constantly going to be learning new things, and it's a case of Northcoders is my first sort of step in that journey. Like when I'm in a job, that learning and that development is going to continue. So
yeah, and that's something we really try and push for with our hiring partners as well. We want to make sure that that's the kind of place you guys are going, because that's the mindset we really tried to encourage you to have. Did you guys both try and learn for yourself before you came here? Having tried to go down the self-taught route and now coming across and kind of having experience being a bit more guided teaching, but we still try and make you guys kind of work by yourself and figure out yourself first. What do you feel was the most valuable thing that you got from Northcoders?
I think for me it's been like the ability to learn new things. So like, it's far more productive being at Northcoders. Like the pace that we learn things at Northcoders was just like far exceeds anything I ever achieved on my own. But it's more kind of been like the ability to like find something new and then have like a reasons approach for figuring out how to do something new, and then like teaching yourself and embedding it. So it's almost like you teach yourself. So when you come to like find something new, something like React, it's like I did a bit of reading around React on my own and didn't get anywhere with it. So it was like, I kind of like, I think I know how this works. But then like when it came to React on the Northcoders course, it was kind of like, we had that mentality of, all right, something new. Let's figure out how this works. Right, and then you break it down to small steps and go through it. And it's like, it's kind of like come together very much. So it's that ability of now I feel like, I don't know how to do this, but I know that I can figure it out.
It's the way that the way that the sprints are structured as well, as opposed to it being like with a lot of online courses, it's a case of, here's a little bit of JavaScript, you've now written a function, or here's like some abstract code, you've now solved it. With Northcoders, it's a case of, like you say, it's breaking information down and then going, right, now you're going to build these things, especially with React, when instead of it being like, right, we've got one project we're going to be doing over 2 days, it's a case of, right, you've got 5 little mini apps, and everything that you'll learn, you're constantly building and seeing the effect that your code's actually having. I think that's that for me is the most important thing that's kind of kept me going, that you can actually see the fruits of your labour, like on a day-to-day basis.